Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Facebook is stressing me out, per the usual. But I am so excited for today's content. So excited that you could be here with me today and learn about this because this conversation, this changed everything for me. So, for those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Tiffany Calhoun. I'm an Akashic Records channel, breathwork facilitator, and also the creator of Unleashed, where I help women design their soul-led business rooted in energetic alignment, nervous system safety, and divine purpose, and launch that to the world. So today we're diving into something that I wish I understood years ago. Oh, your soul-led archetype. So this is the energetic pattern that reveals exactly how your soul is designed to create, lead, and serve. Because the truth is, I had to learn this the hard way. So we're going to take 5 years of practice and align it to you in a very condensed manner so that you can learn it and move on and start creating from alignment, right? Okay. So when I first started building my business, I was creating totally from the wrong archetype. I thought success meant being in this activator role and always launching and always producing and always pushing out new content. And every coach that I followed kept talking about momentum and consistency and like launch strategies and launch plans and content. And for a while, I tried to keep up. I really did. But the truth of the matter is, I have kids, I have a life outside of my work, right? The whole purpose for being here. So I built the programs, I posted as frequently as I could. I launched, I edited, I relaunched, I rebuilt, I hit every marker that you would say, oh, she's doing exactly what she needs to do. But I was so burned out, like so fried. And what I didn't realize is I'm not built like an activator. And you're like, what's an activator? If you haven't downloaded the freebie that I posted yesterday, go ahead and do that now. There are 5 soul archetypes that describe you and your energy and how you're meant to create. So I was creating from this archetype of the activator, when in reality, I'm a reflector for human design, and I really fall more into alignment with the guide, which means that my power comes from the depths of reflection and mirroring the truth and not constant moment, not constant momentum, not constantly creating. But I had built this business around someone else's nervous system. So I was going out and I was finding and aligning to pages, spiritual entrepreneurs that were, inspirational, yes, but their strategy doesn't work for everybody. And this is kind of the fuel behind Unleashed, because so many of us fall into this allure, this sweeping allure of what success looks like on the internet, and we want that. But when we put it into practice, it everything crashes. So, I mean, we can look successful on paper, but if we're not in alignment with how our energy wants to function, we eventually burn out. And it took a full breakdown for me to understand that alignment isn't about doing more. It's actually about creating more from this natural energetic archetype. The frequency that your soul already knows so well and knows how to operate in. And when we're in that energy, when we're in that alignment, the work is easy, right? I'm quoting the work. It's easy because our soul already knows how to operate like that. And that's what we're going to talk about today. That's what this live is all about. We're going to decode these 5 soul archetypes and explore how to identify yours and how to talk about what it looks like and how to build offers around that, and also how to avoid the burnout energy, like what offers we shouldn't be considering, right? So let's take a moment to ground in before we get started. This will just help us get all of the things we're talking about today out of the mind and into the body. So closing your eyes, placing a hand on your heart, breathing in for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, holding for 4, breathing in for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, holding for 4, breathing in for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, and holding for 4. Beautiful. And in your mind's eye, I want you to say, I'm ready to remember how I'm designed to create, to lead, to serve in a way that honors my truth. And we'll anchor that in with another intention to activate and open the Akashic Records in the highest alignment with your soul and everyone connected to you. You could even say the prayer from the PDF that I attached in there. God, Source, Creator, thank you for allowing me to see myself, know myself, share the wisdom and compassion of the light of the Akashic Records, clearing away fear, doubt, comparison, so that I may remember my truth as I was created to express any number of intentions to help us get into alignment with the frequency of the records. And breathing that in and exhaling. Okay, so let's talk about what the Soul-Led Archetype is and how I developed these as a section of Unleashed. So your archetype is your energetic pattern. The way that your soul uses expression, purpose, transformation, and service, it's not your title, it's not your job. It's like the bones of your soul's frequency and vibration. And you can you can kind of think of this as looking for those areas in your life where you're not drained, where you've noticed that some offers, we'll call them all offers, like whether it be a retreat or whether it be a mastermind or whether it be digital content or freebies, some flop and some flow, and where your business feels aligned versus where it feels heavy. So when you understand these things, this all starts to make more sense, right? Because the truth is, strategy without energetic alignment is is just inevitably waiting for some kind of burnout, right? Whether it be a full-blown burnout or whether it be one that shows up as procrastination or denial or some other type of coping mechanism that we might have, right? Okay, so there's 5 that I've identified through my work, and this might change. We might add on to this in the future, but these are the 5 that feel most in flow with what I've experienced in my business with the people that I've helped. So we have the activator, we have the visionary, we have the healer, we have the guide, teacher. Did I say teacher? I don't think I said teacher. Right. Okay. So the activator is it's like the spark, right? You're here to ignite movement forward. You thrive on high energy, quick wins. You thrive on catalytic transformations. And not to say like if you're any other type, you can't thrive in those environments, but they shouldn't be what the backbones of your business are built off of, if that makes sense. Your aligned offers in this case, you want to be in person. You want to be like working in lots of energy. So thinking workshops, challenges, right? Retreats, intensives. And maybe you would avoid, smaller one-on-one containers, right? So you have to be worried about your shadow here in the sense is inconsistency and I lost where I was in my PDF. Inconsistency and crashing after big pushes, right? Because you're spending so much energy getting them off the ground. So you want to think about short, high impact containers, visibility or embodiment programs, and you want to avoid those long, slow processes, the ones that require a lot of behind the scenes roles. And you want to remember that your field shifts others in real time. So if there's a mantra, my field shifts others in real time. You're a catalyst of change. Okay, and then we have the visionary. So the visionary is really the archetype of the paradigm. They see the whole picture. Their energy is very expansive. It's very innovative. It's very futuristic. Very Aquarian energy, right? Your core gift is seeing what's possible from beyond the current program that we're in or that person's in and activating others into it. So your aligned offers here would be movement or brand creations, thought leadership platforms, podcasts, collaborations, summits, right? There's, I guess a summit would be like a high level mastermind where they invite like several key thought leaders, right? You want to avoid repetitive or over systemized teaching or coaching. You want to avoid that one-on-one space. If you are doing one-on-one, you want it to be super high price tag. And if you're not there yet, that's fine. But if you align with this visionary energy, your one-on-ones would be in the price range of $10,000 plus for like a 3-month container. So your mantra, you need creative freedom and big picture containers. So your mantra would be something like, I thrive with creative freedom and big picture containers. Okay. The third one I want to talk about is the teacher. The one that I forgot. This illuminator of truth. You have an energy signature that's very clear. It's very grounded. It's very articulate. Your core gift includes translating complex wisdom into digestible learning pieces. And your aligned offers would be those courses, those micro courses, those workshops that simplify really big ideas. You could also think about master classes that, kind of weave something that's teachable in with spirituality, soul-led, right? So you would really thrive in a membership with structured containers and reflective prompts and group events in there, and maybe some guests, adding guests in for a little bit of sprinkle of different type of energies. And what you would want to avoid is very unstructured containers or purely intuitive offers. So like off the whim, you think of something, you're like, that would make a really great offering. I'm going to throw that together for this weekend. No, you're going to have to map it out more, make it more structured. So your mantra would be, I thrive when big clarity and language come together. Or I thrive when I bring clarity and language, art and science, to energy. And the last one is the healer. Oh no, wait, I'm lying to you. We'll do the guide first. So a guide is really like a bridge between two worlds. They're here to assist in your evolution or the evolution of the container. So their energy signature is very much in that sage energy, wise, compassionate, steady. Line 6 if you're in human design. Core gifts, leading others through transitions or initiation. You're using your wisdom, your gained wisdom, to lead others through transitions and initiations. You're seeing this high level play out. Like, let my mistakes be your guide. That type of thing. Hello, where I am approaching this from. So your aligned containers would be 3 to 6 month mentorships or journeys, similar to what I have with Unleashed, a hybrid coaching plus healing container. Guides are typically very intuitive, and so that coaching container comes in very naturally for that. You would want to have a framework to the evolution that you're walking somebody through in this mentorship. So very stepwise transformation. This is, what you're struggling with. This is your pain point, and this is your end goal. And how do we take your pain point from pain to observation to healing, and then move that into the transformation that we're working towards. So we want to avoid quick fixes, one-off sessions. And a mantra for you would be, my power is in the continuity of journeying beside somebody. And I have found this out the hard way through burnout with one-on-one sessions. And then lastly, the healer. So you're the restorer of wholeness, right? You're leading others to the healing. You're providing a safe container for them to heal. So your energy signature is gentle, it's intuitive, it's heart-led. And your core gift really is holding space for deep transformation and emotional release, very nurturing. Your aligned offers would be one-on-one deep dive sessions, breath work, somatic healing, Reiki, astrology, Akashic, right? All of these tools and modalities, offering them in healing, sacred small groups, individuals or circles, retreats or immersive healing journeys. Avoiding those high structured strategy courses, the step-by-step frameworks, the technical trainings, because a mantra for you is, my magic lives in the presence, not in the process. And so, as you go through these archetypes, you'll start to notice that you might align with more than one, and that's okay. You'll have a main and you'll have a wing, So like a hybrid, right? Like me, for example, I'm a guide with a healer flank. He might be a teacher or a visionary. So in the PDF, I've put together kind of like a grid, right, of questions, not questions, but like statements that help you to align to the energy of each type. And you're just going to go line by line and circle all the ones that apply to you. And you can have, you could circle all 25. It's not, no one's really grading you, but the most that you'll get out of this is if you really think long and hard about which ones you might have most alignment with. So if I go through and I do this, I circle all 5 of the guides and I circle 3 of the healing. And so guide healer. And I have a couple on the activator, I have a couple on the visionary, I have a couple on the teacher, but it was the most of the guide and the healer. So go through, identify your archetype. That's on page 7. So read, learn, and then do page 8. I'm sorry. And then there's a couple of journal prompts to help you anchor into the frequency of that and help it embody into your your soul essence. So how do we use these archetypes once we find them? Your archetype reveals how your energy creates. Are you creating through flow, through reflection, through fire, right? It also illuminates how you serve. Are you serving through activations? Are you serving by guiding? Are you serving by healing, mirroring? And it also amplifies what safety feels like. So your nervous system can sustain the work, right? So I think I'm full of dread. If somebody asked me, would you join a summit? No. No. Not now. Not at the moment. Would you have me plan a summit? Absolutely not. Um, so you just know like what's a hard no for you. And when you build offers that honor your archetype, your business becomes this extension of your natural rhythm, and really it moves out of performance, right? So if you're an activator, your power is in these short, intense bursts. You're not drawn to long programs. If you're a healer, you thrive in depth and safety, not volume, not constant exposure. If you're a visionary, your offers are going to need freedom. They're going to evolve. They're going to tune in with the collective programming. And if you're a guide, you anchor people through structure. Your magic is steady and reliable. And if you're a teacher, your work is really calibration. You don't have to do more. Your presence is the offering there. So take a look at this week's freebie. It's the tool I wish I had when I was starting my business. You'll find that points-based quiz to help you identify your lead archetype. And it also details the different breakdowns of each archetype, and then there's reflections and intentions to help you begin to design your next offer in flow with your energy. So make sure you take a look at that. Okay, I have a busy afternoon. That's all I wanted to go over today, but let's take a deep breath together. Notice what's landing for you. Maybe a memory, maybe a truth, maybe, no wonder that didn't work. That's alignment starting to unlock, and that's the work that we do inside of Unleashed, building your business from your design so you never have to hustle, never have to force or fake again, right? So if you're ready to align to your archetype, your offers, your income in a way that feels like you, let's chat. You can book a discovery call. We'll see if it's a good fit for you. Thank you for being here and remembering who you are, and for giving yourself permission to build from truth instead of pressure. I love you all. I'll see you on the next live next week. And also tonight is the power hour from 5:30 to 6:30. So if you have anything that you're wanting to work on in your business, or maybe you want to spend the time devoted to going through this archetype quiz, we'll do that tonight. And yeah, that is where I will leave you today. I have to hop, but always wonderful. Bye.